Now, I want you to look at, and I don't have any puts or calls, okay? This doesn't matter. Well, with the exception of the bond market, but that's a hedge. But I'm not, benefiting in one way or another, in my opinion, off this stuff. I'm just trying to give it to you straight because I want to be here for you for the next 60 years talking to you about Powell. In 60 years, I want to be, oh, guess what the Fed's doing? So I want to preserve that integrity of always giving you my honest opinion of what's going on. Look at what we got on bingo. I've never been this damn good at bingo before, okay? So please like the video for that. But damn, this was good bingo, okay? Jay Powell brings a Windows laptop. Son of a gun brings a Windows laptop, okay? Damn. Anyway, we got the classic dual mandate. Hey, why did you remove the balance of risk? Oh, that's not that useful anymore. Okay, pal. Labor market is healthy. Yeah, right now it is. Higher for longer if the data continues on its course. Fine. Jay Powell asks somebody to repeat a question, abruptly cuts somebody off about politics, says right now we don't have a recession in the data. He doesn't see layoffs coming right now, and the economy is in good shape. I even wrote everything is fine. Picture SpongeBob with the fire in the background, but him saying everything is fine. Avoid suggesting the labor market could roll over. He does, but he makes it pretty clear that if it does, they're going to have to move very fast. And this, if you listen to the conversation, honestly, I kind of want to go through and pull a transcript of this. I don't know if we'd be able to get it this quickly, but it would be fascinating to go to the Federal Reserve Board and pull a transcript of this meeting and count how many times they use the word, that's not up yet, count how many times they use the word uncertainty. And it is going to be the largest count we've ever seen before. Now that I've gone through some of these warnings here, the bear inside of the Fed and this talk about we're sort of on the teeter of potentially soft data turning into bad hard data within the next 3 months, let's go through a little bit more of what Jay Powell said. So, recent indications point to a moderation in consumer spending. Okay, duh. It remains to be seen how this affects future spending. He literally opens up with, yeah, some of the recent data sucks and we don't really know what this is going to do yet. I mean, I think he's being as blunt as he can, telling you just be careful. Then he talks about how there are 4 major changes underway because of Trump. Trade, immigration, regulation, fiscal spending. Okay, red flag because we don't know what the outcome's going to be. He says, if the economy remains strong, we can maintain. If the labor market were to weaken unexpectedly or inflation were to fall faster, we'd be able to lower rates. I think both of those are going to happen. I think you're going to get a weaker labor market rapidly and you're going to get rapid disinflation because of that. And they're cutting to zero soon. That's my opinion. I'm always trying to separate, though, my opinion from fact so you can make your own opinion. I think you're smart enough to make your own opinion. Short-term inflation expectations are up, pointing to tariffs, though, fine. Okay, this was interesting. Then he gets into this whole thing about how inflation's going to be transitory because of tariffs. And he had this sort of mic drop moment where somebody's like, wait, isn't this the same thing you said last time? And then Powell's like, well, what do you mean last time? Are you talking about the last time we had tariffs? And the guy's like, no, the pandemic. And this was hilarious. Powell was like, oh, okay, just checking because the last time we said inflation was transitory on tariffs, we were right. Inflation was transitory. And we think inflation's going to be transitory again, this time on tariffs. And then he's like, oh, but the pandemic caused inflation. And then Powell's like, well, this time's different. Okay. There are a lot of funny memes we can make out of that. Let's just be straight about it. If soft data weakens, there's not going to be any inflation. You're going to have a deflation, in which case Powell will prove to be right that these tariffs are transitory. Now, the reality is the tariff and the uncertainties around tariffs could actually be leading to this massive pull forward in demand, inappropriately leading the economy to look a lot stronger than it is, and it just comes crashing down when we get the hard data between now and June. Who knows? But what I've never seen before is Jay Powell discounting surveys. Jay Powell multiple times said, the relationship between surveys and data isn't very tight.